Got a Scrambler 500. It's been sitting for 10 years. I've actually already kind of started working on this thing, so I got some stuff already done. The gas was like gooey and really bad, 10-year-old gas. There was mouse nest all in here. I don't remember. I had to vacuum this whole freaking four-wheeler out. There was just everywhere, just mouse nests, and there was mouse nests in here. Still looks pretty bad in here. I started working on it, and then I let it sit for a long time. So I got to vacuum again, but oh yeah, the mouse got into wiring, and I actually have rewired everything that I could find, but I did notice the headlights still don't work, so I do have to figure that out still. But on these things, all the plastics have to come off just to even get to the carburetor. So I got rid of all the mouse nest, I fixed the wiring. Now we just gotta get all these plastics off and get down to the carburetor. See if this thing will run after 10 years. Still looks like it's gonna clean up nice. Once I get it going and everything, I'll power wash it, get it looking good. Alright, I'm gonna start getting these plastics off. Yeah, I'm getting closer. I forgot the gas tank has to come off, and I also forgot about this because it's been like a year since I started on this. Just now trying to finish it. The mouse even got to the filter. This thing is just so dirty. It needs a good power wash. So I already got the bolts out. Take the gas tank off, take that air filter off. I might have to unbolt this too. Probably. But luckily I've got air filter, some other parts, carburetor, because I've actually already had this apart. I've had it running, but the carburetor was so bad. I took it apart and cleaned it, but that's 10 years of gas in it. It was so bad. It needed a whole rebuild, and probably an ultrasonic cleaner would have really helped, but I don't have one of those. And I ran it it ran like crap. It wouldn't idle, so it had all kinds of problems with the carb. And I finally got it running, and I drove it around my yard for 10 minutes or so, and the jet, I guess, clogged up again because it would only run on starting fluid after that. But it ran good and had a lot of power. It just wouldn't idle, and I couldn't get it to idle no matter what. Pretty much just needed a whole rebuild, and ultrasonic cleaner probably would have helped. But I went the easy route. Just get a whole nother carb. Slap that on there. And this gas I put in here exactly a year ago, because it's been almost like exactly a year. It was this month last year when I worked on it. The gas smells good, but just to be on the safe side, while I have the tank off, I'm just going to dump it. And I'm going to make sure everything's good with the fuel pump, because I remember it was real gunked up and nasty the last time. And the fuel lines were clogged up with gooey gas. So I'm going to check all that again. Make sure this thing would be ready to go and be reliable again. I'm going to finish taking the rest of this apart. Alright, now this is everything you have to do to get to the carburetor. Now I can easily get this thing out. There's a lot of stuff. It's even hard to get the plastics off because you got to get it around the shifter, and you got to get this thing out. I mean, I guess I could have just unscrewed. I took the two wiring harnesses out. Could have probably just unscrewed that and kept it in the plastics, but that's how I did it. And oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have a battery for it either. None of my batteries fit. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. right now. Make sure this is correct. Should be. Beautiful. Beautiful brand new carb. Where it goes. Alright, it goes on that way. Cool. Slap that on there, and I'm gonna probably I need to get my shop vac out and try to clean some of this up. Then we'll get started on putting a new carb on it. I guess pull starting it, because I don't really have a battery I can try. I really don't feel like taking a battery out of my four-wheeler, even though it don't fit, but I can still kind of set it there. I just hope I can start it on starting pull start for now. This isn't mine, and I'm cheaply fixing this for him, so I'm just doing the bare minimum. I mean, he bought the carburetor. I'm gonna have some labor into it, but I'm gonna leave it to him to do go through all the fluids. He has another one like this that he's doing that to right now. He's dropping all the fluids and tuning it up and everything. And I'll let him just get the battery and change the oil and coolant or whatever he wants to do. I think I'll just power wash it, but alright, I gotta get ready to get started on this. Alright, I had to take this out a little bit to pull the carb out. It's all out. I had to take the fuel pump apart, all the fuel lines, clean everything out. The carburetor was clogged. That's actually the... What the hell? Is that... Yeah, so I wasn't getting fuel. That's for the crankcase, so... Yeah, it wasn't getting fuel at all. Nasty. Yeah, so... Everything's all nice and cleaned out now. Fuel pump, I think it's still good. We'll see. If not, I have to order a fuel pump. But it seems like it should work properly. Got the new carb almost ready. I still have to take choke off and throttle. And then install the choke and throttle to the new carb and pop her back in there. Unfortunately, I might end up taking my battery out, so I don't have to keep pulling this thing. Be easier to see if I'm getting fuel to the carb. It wasn't really that fun to do. It's just so much crap has to come apart. Alright, I'm gonna disconnect the rest of the stuff and put the new carb on. Okay, got this all back together. Put the throttle back on there. I put the choke back on there. Just gotta put it in there. Tighten it down. And then before I even put it all together, or the plastics anyway, I'm going to probably, well, I have to put the gas tank on, but test it out before I put all the plastics on. Although it really wouldn't matter, because if anything is wrong with this, it'd be the fuel pump now. And I could do the fuel pump with all the plastics on. But I'm just hoping this thing runs and I can power wash it and send it, get it out of here. Okay, I got everything back together. I broke the petcock. So right now I'm running fuel like that. and I hooked my battery up because I got tired of pulling on it. But it's ready to fire. I know I turned it over until fuel started coming out of the fuel line to the carburetor. I put that back on, so it should be ready to start. Fuel pump's working. I figured all that out. I got a part coming tomorrow to fix the petcock on the fuel tank. I cleaned the fuel tank out too, and this thing is ready, I hope. Oh, come on. Alright, I had to do some other stuff. I got it running really good now. Yeah, I don't know. This would have been a really long video if I would have used my stand and actually showed everything, but when I cut it off last time, I thought it was running good. It ended up running really crappy. It would have idled, but I couldn't even hit the throttle no more. So I took everything back apart, and I mean, I know it was getting too much air, because I could get it to run good if I put my hand over this a little bit. So, and that old car, or that new carb that I got, has the set screw. I messed with that, could not get this thing to run right. I think I might have found an air leak. I didn't test for air leaks, but I took the intake boot off and put gasket maker on it, and I ended up rebuilding the Mikuni carb, the original carb, with all the parts out of the new China carb that I got. Put it all back together, and I finally got this thing running good, so I can finally put it together. I don't know about tonight. It's getting dark. Power wash it. I got to test drive it still, so that's where I'm at. I just spent a whole day today, like 6 hours today, trying to diagnose and get this thing running right, because it just would not even go. And there was actually, at one part today, when I finally gave up on that carb, I couldn't even really get the thing to start anymore. So now at least it's got its factory Mikuni carb on it. It's running really good. So that was fun. Alright, all back together, running. Tomorrow I'll take it for a test drive, power wash it, and drop it off. Get it out of my yard. And I finally made it. Do a little test drive. Starts right up. power. It's running good. Might need to bring the idle up just a little bit, but yeah, it's good to go. Probably gonna take it to power wash it real quick, and I'm picking up a 400 two-stroke to work on next. Scrambler, or a Sport actually, it's the same thing. So we'll see how that one goes.